Hey guys, it's Bree. We're at the end of 2015 and about to go into 2016, and so of course it's kind of a New Year's resolution time. This is a little premature because I'm still just not really sure what I want going forward. Not in a bad way at all. I had a really fantastic year this year. I'm not an overly social person, and I found myself doing things that pushed kind of my my comfort zone. You know, I met friends in real life who I had only known through the internet. I really started interacting with people. I continued to go out of my way and really started to consistently do it when it comes to things like booktube videos. And so I'm really kind of pleased with that. I want to maintain that. As far as reading goes, I feel really good that I stretched myself a little this year. I set my goal at the beginning of the year at 100 books per year, which I knew that I would achieve because I'd achieved it the year before, or at least I felt very confident. So it wasn't like I had that worry, which freed me up in a lot of ways to do things like really try to read books that I felt were challenging, books that I felt like would increase my knowledge of the world. I read a lot more nonfiction, a lot of translated works. And I'm not quite done with all of the statistics, but I was pleased with what I saw in my prelims. And so, in a way, I kind of want to embrace that going forward, but it leaves me at a bit of a loss as to tangible things. I'm not entirely sure where to go, so I'm just going to tell you my broad goals, I guess. I'm really looking forward to this year because I'm already kind of pushing myself to do more. And I like that. I'm going to be going to Mid-Americon 2, where I will be seeing, again, people who I have met with and become friends with over the internet, and that's kind of like a nerve-wracking but also super exciting thing. I feel really comfortable that I'm embracing what I want as far as BookTube, and I'm trying and kind of constantly thinking of things that I want to do that are new and different for me. Last year I worked on trying to read some more translated fiction than I normally do, and I don't know that I quite reached my goal, at least not as well as I would have liked. But I feel good about where I am with that going forward. I feel like I've made it something that I pay attention to, and it's the kind of thing that you don't necessarily go back on, right? It changes the way that you approach reading. I'm really looking forward. One of the things that I know I want to do this upcoming year is focus on books that are kind of classic books upon which science fiction and fantasy have kind of built itself as a genre. Things like, I've already read Frankenstein and Dracula, but I'd like to get into kind of more obscure works, read stuff like The Mysteries of Udolpho and things like that. That might be just more challenging because they concern language, but also I think are going to really improve my understanding of where things like science fiction and fantasy come from. We'll see about that, because that's going to take me, I think, digging a little bit more than I originally anticipated, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to read some more nonfiction. I really enjoyed increasing that this year. And I guess I feel like I'm at a point where I have a huge TBR pile, but I'm not stressed by it. I have kind of broad goals, like I would like to read more women, shock and surprise. But I don't feel stressed by it. I don't know. I'm in a good place. We'll see where I'm feeling in June. But I feel good about things. I would like to increase the number of reviews that I do, both video reviews and especially written reviews, because I tend to be really bad about those. And I'd like to start doing things like starting to think about setting up author interviews and stuff like that. Let me know if you have anything that you would like to see that I can maybe start working on. I don't know. I'd really like to push myself to create different content. I really like the content I put up on this channel, and I want to keep a lot of that and expand it and try new things. It's just kind of a matter of getting from A to B. On like a personal level, I'd really like to get to the point where I'm comfortable with filming with other people in my apartment. I have my significant other knows that I make YouTube videos, and he regularly goes to my blog, and it, like, the moment I know he's doing it, my face goes bright red. And I would like to get to a point where, like, my intellectual approach to that and my emotional approach to that are at the same level, because intellectually I'm like, people do much weirder stuff than BookTube and book blogging, but I'm self-conscious of it, and I would like to really work on that, which isn't necessarily a reading goal, but is certainly a goal for my new year related to reading. I am hoping to get another bookshelf, and maybe I'll start being organized, but that's kind of a long shot. I don't know. What are your goals for the year? I'd really, really like to know that. And I hope you're having a fantastic reading week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.